All over our cities, along our coastlines and across our green and pleasant land, an invisible army is fighting a never-ending war. Their enemy is the filth that we create and the vermin that thrive on it. Welcome to the hidden world of the grime fighters. On our programme tonight, if only people liked rubbish, this would be a perfect home.
Lucky it's not smell-o-vision again because it's quite rancid.
A pest controller turns agony aunt.
The question I always get asked is, how did I end up with bedbugs?
And in this business, even veterans can have their doubts.
I think I'm going to start another business without him.
What?
Well, in Garden City sounds great, tidy and tranquil. But oh no. This job is so bad that manager Darren has been called in to assess the situation.
Hi there, Dan. What's the score of this one, mate?
Well, it's worse than we thought it was this morning. We cleared 2 rooms and almost filled the tippers, and there's 2 more rooms left that are faulty or waste.
OK, let's go and have a look then, yeah?
Yeah.
You've done them 2 rooms there, yeah?
Yeah, we've done this room pretty much.
Yeah.
This one's all done.
OK.
Toilet, just
Toilet's nice to be used.
makes you hungry.
Now comes the hard part. Well, that's what you expect if you're a team of extreme cleaners.
Blimey, Dan, you're right to call us, mate. Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen.
It's well and truly full. You like to drink. Oh my God, the stove is completely caked in grease. It's absolutely horrible in there.
The lads can't resist giving it a rating for awfulness.
It's up there in the top 5
On a
automated.
scale of 1 to 10, Dan, how many do you reckon?
That 8.
They are really bad.
Yeah. Right.
And the living room doesn't exactly live up to its name.
I'd say there's at least 3 ton of rubbish in here. I'm just going to climb over and have a look round the corner.
I think we get also like spray, sanitise it and spray deodoriser in first
Yeah,
as
it
well.
does need deodorising. It
Does need
stinks.
deodorising.
Stinks.
This was the home of a man who recently died. But how did he live?
Probably using 2 rooms as a tip, you know, for his rubbish and as a toilet, because the toilet was blocked, so he was, yeah. And then living in the back bedrooms.
There must be a sad story to account for all this. A life made unmanageable and, in the end, unbearable. In Barking, it's the job of environmental enforcement officers Rob and Lindsay to see that rubbish is put out properly. Well, this isn't.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's all been ripped open, it's going to go down the street. It's bad, really. We need to get it sorted straight away.
Rob and Lindsay have to make sure that the streets of Barking are kept tidy, and they track down the culprits.
Windows are on a latch. I'm thinking squat.
The house could have been taken over by squatters.
The back gate's open. Just want to have a little look in here just to make sure it's not been sort of broken into or anything like that. It's not much better around here, is it, to be fair? Right, okay. That's it, that's open. Hello? Barking Dagenham Council Enforcement, hello? What I'm concerned about is if somebody's sort of like laying in there ill or dead or something like that, you don't know. Hello? It may have been broken into. I think we're just going to probably have to ring the police just to get someone to come down here just to make sure there's nobody in there, because our warrant unfortunately doesn't consider like let us go into people's houses if there's somebody in there doing something. It's an absolute state. Back door's open, kitchen lights on, food on the side, everything's been moved, there's marks on the door to say that it might have been false, so
So I think someone's squatting in there.
I might think someone's squatting, or you know, it's a good chance it's been done over, so I'm going to quickly ring the old building to some place and get them to come down here.
What started out as a routine inspection is now a matter for the police. This rubbish will have to stay where it is for the moment. Back in Welwyn Garden City, the flat with tons of rubbish is about to be tackled.
Boys, we know it's really bad up there. Just make sure that you're careful when you're doing it. OK, then let's get going, eh?
The team are experienced. They know what to do.
What we're doing is just getting in a chain here. 3 boys in there, loading up, filling the bags, and then these 2 are taking them down the stairs and loading them up onto the tippers.
It's going to get worse before it gets better.
You start moving stuff, all the old food's going to kick up. So we're spraying with deodoriser. It's also got a sanitizer in here, so it knocks down the germs as well.
One of them's got some bottles in, Dave, so be careful with that one.
Survival for the former tenant meant fags and booze. That's if he could find them among all this.
The rest of his dinner. Drumsticks and fires. Oh, wow.
It's not a complete shambles. Some things have their place,
Pet corner.
but none of it is clean. Records from the old days are on display. For Darren, it's a trip down memory lane.
Tom Jones.
As usual in a clean-up, the past is revealed.
It's a Boys Brigade Holy Bible. It was presented to him in 1957-58 for perfect attendance. It's just a shame. It's in pristine condition.
Still trying to get his door open.
Unfortunately, it's got to go in the bin.
But there's an obvious question. How could this have been allowed to happen?
The 2 rooms out there weren't as bad, so he probably just stayed in them.
It's unfortunately today's society where years ago the neighbours would look after you or something like that, but a lot of the time now that they just don't, you know, we haven't got that sort of society no more.
Even finding somewhere to sit must have been difficult.
Well, there is furniture and it's a lounge. Trying to get this out, so we've got an easier path which to walk round.
The team are expecting problems, and they find them.
I've just uprooted something there which is lucky it's not smell-o-vision again because it's quite rancid.
There's a bag of feces or 2 down here.
It's part of the routine.
Right boys, so now we've got to retire for a minute and get some masks on and get some litter pickers in here.
Yeah, that weren't the most pleasant thing in the world. I'd rather come home to like a Sunday roast or something than that.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty bits of it, we're going to put our mask on there.
That should be better.
In Barking, Rob and Lindsay are trying to find out who dumped the rubbish. The police have been called.
I'm just going to knock next door and see if they know who's living there, if there's anyone living there, or like if they have any more information really.
Returning from shopping are some of the residents.
If you want to go in there and make sure everything's all right, I'll call the old bill off.
Is he going on telly?
Yeah, it's going on TV1.
Oh no, can you get that over the floor? Hello.
All right, do you want to cancel the old bill?
Rob has to see that all is well.
You all right? Do you want to just go upstairs and make sure nothing's been touched upstairs?
Yeah, do you want to hear me?
Yeah, of course. Apparently it's her mum's house or something, so she's gone inside to make sure everything's okay. If that's the case, then we'll cancel the police and happy days.
But that hasn't solved the problem of the rubbish outside.
Now what we're going to do is leave her a contact number so the girl's mum can contact her straight away with regards to the rubbish and how she's going to remove it.
As it happens, Rob and Lindsay have some helpful colleagues.
The gentleman's just said he's going to take those bags for us while they're here. That's fine, thank you very much. Our guys have generously taken everything away for you, and that's it, happy days. All right, leave you in peace. All right, no worries, guys, take care, yeah?
Job done. Let's hope it stays this way. Coming up, the boss who thinks he's the best.
The simple things in life are genius. Just look at me.
A pest controller who's got what it takes.
Start spraying.
And having coffee isn't special anymore.
Jar of urine.
Up and down the land, a little-known army of dedicated professionals are devoted to battling an ever-advancing tide of grime. Back in Welwyn Garden City, the clean team, led by Darren, think they've got the problems under control. They've got their breathing masks on. It should be easy.
Because we found faces, we're going to use a little bit of pickers to put it in the bag. All right, boys, that bit of faces is cleared.
It's the worst kind of rubbish. Nothing has been thrown away.
Jar of urine. Don't open it. They're all full, yeah. All full. Yeah, every single one I'm picking up looks to be full of urine.
Being professional doesn't mean you can't be cross.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Especially when they've got a toilet here already.
This is more than can be dealt with in a day, but senior management, Darren, is not downhearted.
It's good that we did come down, make sure everything was done right and everything else, but the boys are doing a great job.
We've started clearing this. Don't really look like we've done that much, but we've filled up 2 tippers. We've pretty much done half of that, as you can see, all the grime on the washing machine. And now you can get round to the cooker to have a look if you want. But then there's this room here, where we've literally just piled everything in, so when we come back with an empty van. So now all we've got to do is lock up and go home and go to bed and have dinner and all that, I suppose. The first couple of weeks when you're working and you come to places like this and you can't really handle it, but after a while, you seem to just get used to it. Don't know, you get a sense of satisfaction out of it, I suppose, but I think I've better things to do in my life.
In Preston, father and son team, Steve and Steve, hope this job is going to be easy. It's one of their old friends, a block drain.
This is the problem.
I'll just give it a quick plunge. That off. You feel it? There's nothing, is there? It's going to have to be jetted. Get brace in there.
Let's get the mini kit on it, it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right then.
This should be quickly sorted out, but Steve Senior is seriously in need of sympathy.
I was skiing in December, the week before Christmas, and I am honest, an advanced skier. Unfortunately, it was a freak accident. The mates I went with said it's because I was a poor skier. Broke my arm in 2 places, sorry, my shoulder in 2 places, my ribs, and I dislocated my finger as well. But apart from that, I had a great time.
Since my dad broke his shoulder, I've done nothing but work. I've had no help, I've had no sympathy, and I could have done with an hand really. From the masters,
well,
they say.
You can have an hand. Only one
Just
hand.
the one.
Steve hangs back, but he's genuinely sorry.
I really do want to help him. Oh, I really do, but obviously I can't.
But he can still give advice.
The biggest cause of anything is face wipes. Blockages, face wipes, grease, fat, cats, dogs, humans, all sorts of stuff really. But no, mainly fat, grease and face wipes.
Said your little piece now. Can we carry on?
For Steve, attack is the best form of defence.
I think I'm going to start another business without him because I seriously very annoyed. If I had to, I swear, I can't do it with that. But I swear, this will be ready soon.
Cup of tea?
The ladies just give us a cup of tea. Well, it's not a cup of tea, it's coffee, but sometimes you can't actually tell the difference. But hey, anything wet's nice. Oh, I can't believe it. Look at this, Steve. I cannot. Liverpool v Blackpool tonight. Come on the pool and look what she's given me. Preston North End Cup. Sorry boys when you watch this, but I'm not drinking out of that. I love New York, that's a bit better. Cheers. I can't believe you're drinking out of that cup. Come on, let's get this done.
But now it's back to the hard grime.
Go on!
Bed bugs don't sound frightening unless you see them in close-up. They breed readily, And this is frightening. They live on human blood.
You like that sound, don't you?
In Dagenham, pest controller Pete is getting ready for battle, and he's making sure that he's well prepared.
Little trick here I've learnt over the years. Put a little bit of this gaffer tape around the bottom. If they do come off the floor and want to crawl up, they get stuck on the either sticky, plus they can't get on me.
Pete is taking no chances. If necessary, he's ready to use weapons of mass destruction.
Right, I'm just going to go straight in with a chemical and mix it all up, and it's all ready. See, we're dealing with poisons, so all poisons are dangerous. Alright, pest control.
How can Pete be sure he has to deal with bed bugs? Well, for a start, some beds have been infested.
Well, first thing we're going to do is check the mattresses for blood spots and try and locate where they're actually hiding. As you can see, we've got blood stain where obviously someone's been bit. 9 out of 10 on these new mattresses, because they've got no fold on them, they tend to want to stay in the bed itself and not on the mattress.
Know your enemy, that's the key.
They like coming out at night, so it's very rare to see them during the day, so you've got to locate them. Most probably guarantee that they're going to be in these wooden slats now. You'll find that you get more activity up the head end. Bed bugs, they actually move quite fast, funny enough. So the idea is to try and unscrew these without trying to move them, if it's possible. Right, you can see the marks here, there. If you have a look where we've got like the knot of the wood, you can see where they've been sitting in the... Obviously again it's up the head end. As you can see, you've got the adult bed bug and you've got a nymph bed bug.
So it's not just in the mattresses.
You know, you can pick them up on buses where people have been sitting on buses and they've crawled on you. People going abroad, where they get in the suitcases, they've brought it home. Within a month, bang, they've started off and then they've got their little festation.
These bugs are no respecter of persons.
It happens all over the world and all over in our hotels as well, plus your houses as well. There ain't a scenario where they're saying, oh, you got bed bugs, you're liable for it, it's your problem. Don't feel bad. If you've got bed bugs, just ring up a pest controller and they will have the right equipment and the right chemicals to deal with the pest control.
First, get them taped.
And here we have one bed bug.
And then it's all-out war.
Start spraying.
Safely protected by his suit and mask, Pete can now spray the bedroom with insecticide. This will keep the bugs at bay for weeks, but it's safe for the tenants as soon as it's dried.
Right, that's it all done in there. Just got to pull the door to now and let it all dry for him, and I think he'll be a happy customer.
Pete will be back in 3 weeks to check if the blood-loving bugs have had their day. Back in Preston, young Steve is enjoying the extra responsibility. But oh dear, there's a problem.
It's just not going around the bend because it's such a tight bend. It's all fat, yeah, and grease, and it stinks like sick.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to put your gauntlets on and get down there.
It's always a special moment when a father tells his grown-up son what to do. And he listens.
Just go and get your gauntlets. What he doesn't know is we haven't actually got any gauntlets.
What? What's he saying?
Yeah, so he's going to have to get his hand in a bin bag and put it down, but he'll find out.
Oh, here's a bin bag here.
OK.
For shoes best instead of gauntlet.
I'd do it if I could.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
No, I would. I'd do it, honestly. You know I would.
Look how clean his pants are. Look how clean these are. Look. Look at mine. You can tell it didn't work.
Little does he know that there's little air holes in these little black bin bags.
Oh. Right, we're in.
He's going to get wet.
How clever is it to use a bag with holes?
But the thing is, the best things in life, right, like the wheelbarrow, simplicity is genius. You see, they invent all this stuff, you've got a bin bag, you know?
Yeah, but have you seen the process bin bags have to be moved through to be made?
The simple things in life are genius. Just look at me.
Hey, plastic
I'm
bags.
simple and I'm a genius. Come on.
You can say the daftest things if you're the boss and you're injured.
Feel it. As it's going through. Feel it. Yeah, got it. It's gone. Oh, yes. It's gone a long way in that. There's a lot of fat in this drain. Oh, yes. Look at this. This is what's in the drain. All these fat, big bits of fat. That's just a small amount. If you imagine all that crushed up, it just goes rock hard in the drains and just sets, and there's just no chance.
Steve Sr. feels a bit guilty.
Bit of a sorry sight that, them trying to soldier on like that.
After sure willing.
Which isn't an awful lot.
A quick hose down and the yard is soon back to normal.
Yeah, son, there you go.
And father and son can head off together as a happy team.
What are we? Come on, number 1 for number 2s.
Since the filming of the programme, the flat in Welwyn Garden City has been completely cleaned and is now ready for new tenants. And skiing disaster Steve is joined by another family member.
Try and show a bit of enthusiasm, come on.